fuel delivery today. Premium fuel and service you deserve at Decatur Co-op with a location near you.
Decatur County Beef in Oberlin, Kansas wants to do business with the local farmers. They need high moisture corn, silage, and hay now, and dry corn now through October. Decatur County Beef offers very competitive prices, always looking for good help. Give Decatur County Beef a call. You'll be glad you did. That's Decatur County Beef, just north of Oberlin on Highway 83.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Smick Memorial Field, where the Red Devils have just charged their way out of the field, and we do apologize for those of you that were trying to tune in maybe to the pregame show over on our KFNF YouTube channel. We've got it up and going over there now, so apologize about that, but glad we caught it now and not during the middle of the game, that is for sure. So I think we're up and going live now, and it looks like we are, so that's good. And we got Oberlin Red Devil football here tonight on KFNF as the Red Devils match up with the Ellis Railers in the Week 9 bracket game here tonight. Oberlin 6-2, Ellis 2-6. So apologies once again to those of you that were maybe trying to tune in for our Decatur Co-op pregame show. Big thank you to them for supporting our pregame show here this season, and hopefully they'll get it for a few more weeks, that's for sure, as the road to Greensburg starts tonight. The winner of this matchup between Oberlin and Ellis moves on into the regional round of the playoffs to either meet up with South Central or Spearville. We'll be keeping an eye on that contest throughout the night, as well as Oberlin is hoping for a Spearville upset, because that means the Lancers will come here to Oberlin next week. If South Central wins, then Oberlin has got to make the long trip down to Coldwater. All right, let's dive into our starting lineups. We will start with the Ellis Railers on the offensive side of the football. At guard, it is Mason Rodler, 5'8", 195-pound senior. At center, Brody Fisher, 5'8", 152-pound senior. And Brendan Seibel at guard as well, 5'6", 164-pound senior. The quarterback tonight is Baylor Bourne, 5'11", 146-pound junior. Running back is Trenton Schartz, 6'2", 215-pound sophomore. Fullback Carson Schartz, 5'11", 206-pound senior. Tight end tonight, Ben Byers, 6'1", 165-pound senior. And wide receiver Owen Richards, 5'8", 158-pound senior. Defensively, Brody Fisher is there at DN, 5'8", 152-pound senior. Trenton Schartz also at the DN spot as well. At the nose guard spot, Colton Meltzer, 5'11", 186-pound junior. Linebackers, Carson Schartz and Ben Byers. Defensive backs, Asher Haig, 5'8", 154-pound sophomore, as well as Baylor Bourne and Aiden Ashbrenner, 5'8", 157-pound junior. Starting lineups for the Red Devils tonight, and the offensive side of the football, guards, it's Gus Emick, 5'11", 220-pound junior, and Rustin Bailey, 6', 205, and a junior. At the center tonight, center spot I should say, Caden Shaw, 6', 230-pound junior. Quarterback for the Red Devils, once again, Brady Gearing, 5'10", 140-pound sophomore. Running back is Josiah Pattengall, 5'8", 180-pound junior. Wide receivers, Caden Sowers and Gage Willoughby. Caden, 5'8", 160 pounds and a sophomore. Gage, 6 foot, 170 pounds and a junior. And the tight end tonight is Cohen Anderson, 6'1", 165-pound junior. Defensive side of the football, DN spots for the Red Devils, Rustin Bailey and Theo Butterfield, 5'11", 190-pound senior. Nose guard spot, Gus Emick, 5'11", 220-pound junior. Linebackers, Caden Sowers and Josiah Pattengall. DBs, Christian Smith Titus, 5'10", 155-pound senior. And the coin toss going on, and it looks like it has been won by the Ellis Railers, who have chose to defer the second half. And Oberlin will start with the football, moving their way from east to west here at Smick Memorial Field. Gage Willoughby Willoughby also back there in the defensive back spot, along with Brady Gehring. So those are the starting lineups once again for both Ellis and Oberlin. Week 9 bracket game. Winner of this one moves on into the regional round of the playoffs to meet up either with South Central or the Spearville Lancers. Like I mentioned, Oberlin wanting a Spearville win down there in Coldwater because that means Spearville will make the trip up here to Oberlin next week. If South Central wins, then Oberlin will make the long trek down to Coldwater to try to upset last year's state semifinalist. So big one tonight for the Red Devils, that is for sure. Looking for their first playoff win since 1977. The Railers also looking to end a playoff drought as well, as the Railers have not been a playoff winner since 2009. But like I mentioned, kind of know the playoffs, or this Week 9 game by heart anyway, as they have been to the playoffs every year since 2019, and since 2004 have only missed the playoffs 5 times, but have never been past that sectional round of the playoffs. Have never been to a sub-state game in school history and have never played in a state championship game as well. So, and same thing for Oberlin. They've only been to the state semifinals once, and that was the last time they won a playoff game as well in 1977. So the Railers have the ball teed up at the 30. Oberlin with Gage Willoughby and Josiah Pattengall back deep to receive. Back there to kick is Aiden Ashbrenner here for the Railers. Got a good leg on him, and he will just send this one a squib right up the middle. Ellis trying to steal the first possession, and they will as they come up with the onside kick recovery. I didn't see who ran in with the football there, but the Railers come out with it. It was just a simple 10-yard kick right up the near side hash, and it ends up working out as the Railers will steal the first possession of the game with a surprise onside kick to start the contest, and just like that, Ellis will have the football, first down and 10 here from the Oberlin 36-yard line. So the Oberlin D, who thought they would have a little time off, is out there to open up the game. Under center will go Bourne, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right. Now he's still on his feet. Bourne at the 35. It'll be ushered out of bounds on the far side of the field, making his way near the 30-yard line, and he was ushered out of bounds there on the far sideline by Caden Sowers. So Baylor Bourne, like I mentioned, he can get things going with his legs, and he does right there. Was looking downfield for a big play, instead just tucked it and ran and picked up about 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Railers to bring up second and 5 for Ellis from the 30-yard line of the Red Devils. Bourne will go under center, wing set. Here's the snap, fakes once, twice, hands it off. Schartz, this is Carson Schartz, who cuts back, goes up the middle on the right side hash, driving towards the east, and he's wrapped up and brought down for a short gain, and Oberlin has put the Railers in third down and medium, or third and short here at 3rd and 4, after just a pickup of 1 there from Carson Schartz. Like I mentioned, if you were listening to our pregame show on the radio side of things, Schartz going to be the guy they're looking to hand off to most of the night. Bourne will go under center. He's got Schartz at the fullback, and then Trenton Schartz at the tip of the eye. One receiver out to the near side, takes the snap, hands it off. This is Tristan Schartz off the right side, breaks one tackle, still on his feet, carries a defender with him across the first down marker, and picks up the first down for the Railers. Taking it from the 29-yard line, almost to the 20. It was across the 25 at about the 22 here, so a pickup of 7 on third down, and that was something Oberlin had troubles with last week, that is for sure. Pickup of 7 there for Trenton Schartz, and Ellis is in business, first down and 10 from the Oberlin 22. Bourne under center, 2 backs in the backfield, both down to a 3-point stance. It's a quick handoff here to Schartz, who goes off the right side, and that was Trenton Schartz there with the carry. Ellis wearing white on white jerseys with orange numbers, and they are some of the toughest numbers I've had to read so far this season. Just a short pickup of 3 yards there for Trenton Schartz, so we might be a little bit off in our calculations tonight with the stats, because those are some tough numbers to read. under center now. Baylor Bourne will go under center. He's got an I formation look. Trenton Schartz at the tip of the eye. Carson Schartz, the fullback, hands it off to Schartz, goes off left side, had a hole, and luckily Josiah Pattengall was able to wrap him up by the shoestrings, or he would have been in for 6. Picks up a good chunk of yards, gets it to the 15, and with the ball placed right in the middle of the hashes. And so that'll be a pickup of 4 there for Carson Schartz, and it's 3rd down and 3 now for the Railers, who go with 2 receivers to either side. Empty backfield for Bourne, 3 down linemen. 2 receivers to the far side. Takes a snap, he fumbled the football, picks it back up the 25, stumbles and falls down to the 33-yard line. What a play! And the Red Devils defense didn't really have anything to do with it, but Bourne and this Railer offense that was just mowing down the field after the surprise onside kick, a bad play, a bad snap, takes them all the way back to the 32-yard line. That's a loss of 17 on the play. My goodness. All that yardage you gain, now you got to try to get it back with just 1 down to go. It's 4th and 20 here for the Railers from the Red Devil 32-yard line. Bourne out of an empty set, 3 receivers to the near side, 2 stacked in the slot. Sends Schartz in motion. It's a bad snap again, and this one will roll away, but they're going to be bailed out with a false start as the snap came before anybody else moved. Carson Schartz was in motion, and the snap went through Bourne's legs and rolled all the way back across the 40, and again they get lucky on that one there anyway, because that'll move them back 5 yards. So instead of a botched snap, it's just a offsides penalty or a false start penalty, and it makes it 4th down and 25 now for the Railers with 8:53 to go and counting in the first quarter of play. Nothing ball game, week 9 bracket game between Oberlin and Ellis. 3 receivers to the far side of the field, working from the near side hash. Lifts the leg, sends a man in motion. Bourne takes a snap, fakes the jet sweep, rolling out to the near side, looking to throw. He'll be wrapped up and brought down to the 40-yard line. Caden Sowers, Theo Butterfield sandwich him there and force him out of bounds for a loss, and Oberlin will take over 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. So it ends up being a loss of 3 for Baylor Bourne and the Railers, who had everything going their way after the surprised onside kick. It's a loss of 17 yards on a botched snap, then a 5-yard penalty and a 3-yard loss, and a turnover on downs. And so just like that, Oberlin gets the ball back. 8:37 to play in the first quarter. Shotgun set for Gehring. Got Pattengall in his right hip. Sends Sowers in motion right to left across the line. Hands it off to Josiah. Breaks through. Gets out to the 35 before he's wrapped up and brought down there on the near side hash with 8:29 and counting to go in the first quarter of play. 2nd down for the Red Devils and about 5. So Josiah Pattengall, who ran the ball as much as he could last week against a very tough defensive front, picks up 5 with his first carry here. 2nd down and 5 for the Red Devils from the 35-yard line of the Railers. Gehring out of the shotgun. He's got a man directly behind him in the backfield is Pattengall. Receiver stacked on the line. Hands it off. Pattengall comes off right side. Now he breaks a tackle. Still on his feet to the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. He's gone. Touchdown, Josiah Pattengall with 7:54 to go with the first quarter of play. Josiah punches it in from 35 yards out on the second play from scrimmage, and the Red Devils open the scoring in the playoffs with a Josiah Pattengall touchdown. So a 6-0 Oberlin lead here in quarter number 1 with 7:54 to go. What a bizarre first drive it was for Ellis. And now Oberlin just scores quickly. Heavy set formation. Josiah to take the snap. He does. Running behind a gang of blockers trying to get out of a tackle. He won't be able to, so Ellis keeps 2 points off the board. But but Oberlin does take a 6-0 lead on a Josiah Pattengall touchdown. We'll take a break, come back, and see if Ellis can respond. It's Oberlin 6, Ellis 0. 7:54 to go in the first quarter here on KFNF.
At At Decatur Health Radiology, the 3D mammography truck brings breast imaging directly into our community. This mobile service provides screening mammograms that may help detect early breast changes. Imaging results are reviewed by board-certified radiologists and shared with providers as part of patient care. By hosting the mobile unit, Decatur Health supports local access to important breast health screenings. Learn more about upcoming 3D mammography truck visits at decaturhealth.org.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
What a start for the Red Devils as they lead it 6-0 off the Josiah Pattengall 35-yard touchdown. It opened up as a surprise onside kick from Ellis. They got all the way inside the Red Devil 20 before a botched snap, an offsides penalty, and then a sack gave the ball back to the Red Devils, and 2 plays later, Oberlin's in for a 35-yard score, and they lead 6-0. Willoughby has the ball teed up here at the 30-yard line, and he will send a end-over-end boot that'll carry all the way to the 3. Picked up there by the Railers, who faked the reverse. Now breaking up the middle of the 25 to the 20, 30, 35, 40. Up the far side of the field go the Railers all the way to the 20-yard line, and the fake reverse works, and the Railers get a massive opening kickoff return there to start their drive deep in Red Devil territory again. Last time starting at the Red Devil 36. This time they'll start at the 20, and I didn't catch a number on the man that was returning the football there. As, like I mentioned, these jerseys for Ellis make it tough to read the numbers with the bright orange numbers. Bourne will go under center. He's got Sharts in the backfield. Hands it off to Trenton, who goes off left side, and he is wrapped up and brought down for a short gain. It'll bring up second down, 7:34 to go. It was a fake reverse on the kickoff, and boy, did that open up a hole for the Railers, who took it up the middle of the field and bounced it outside at about the 30 and cashed it all the way down inside the Red Devil 40-yard line. It's now second down and 6 after a short pickup there of about 4 yards from Sharts and the Railers, who now have second and 6 from the 24. The snap, pitch out. Trenton Sharts avoids a defender, goes off the right side. He's wrapped up and brought down with another short gain. And Trenton Sharts back-to-back carries there. One goes for 4. This one will go for a short yardage there, bring up about 3rd and 4. Yes, about 2-yard gain there for Trenton Sharts. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Railers. And this quarter is almost evaporated, down to 6:43 to go in the first quarter of play. Oberlin scored in 2 plays. Ellis has ran a lot of plays and has had basically the ball for the whole entire quarter. Other than those 2 plays, Bourne will go under center. Sharts in the backfield. Trenton off of the hip. Red Devils almost jump off sides. Here's the snap. Fakes once, twice. The ball is picked up by Caden Sowers after it's fumbled. He's racing up the near side of the 40. 35-30. 25-20. Cash it in. Caden Sowers. Fumble recovery for a touchdown. Defensive TD number 5. And the Red Devils lead 12-0. My goodness, have you ever seen a bizarre quarter like this? 12-0 Red Devils. Carson Sharts got the ball, or really didn't even get it. It bounced off his hands right into the waiting hands of Caden Sowers, who races it up the near side and scores on a huge touchdown to make it 12-0 Oberlin. And they will go for the 2-point conversion here. Gehring out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip. Receiver stacked on the near side is Willoughby. Takes the snap, hands it off. Josiah right up the middle. Big hole in for the 2-point conversion. So Oberlin gets a huge fumble recovery for a touchdown in their 5th defensive TD, this time from 66 yards out, and it comes from Caden Sowers, and the Red Devils lead 14-0. This is Red Devil football.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So the Red Devils have a 12-0 lead with 6:13 to go in the first quarter, and they've had maybe the ball for a minute, and 30 seconds of that was Caden running down the field on his latest 66-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. That's the Oberlin 5th defensive touchdown of the season, and Carson Schartz had the football and fumbled it in and out of his hands, right out of the waiting hands of Caden Sowers, who took it back 66 yards for the score. Gage will boot this one right up the middle, and the Railers almost fumble it as well, but wrapping it up and bringing it down is Owen Richards right at about the 26-yard line. My goodness, what a quarter we have had. Ellis opens up the game with a surprised onside kick. Driving down the field, they fumble a snap that takes him back 17 yards, then an offsides penalty, then a sack, gives the ball back to Oberlin, who scores in 2 plays. They give it back to Ellis, who goes a reverse handoff on the kickoff return, takes it all the way deep into Oberlin territory. They run a couple plays, get to the 14, and then they fumble the ball there, and Oberlin takes it back for a touchdown, and they lead 14-0. Under center is Bourne, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, dropping back to pass, in trouble, steps up, he's wrapped up and brought down to the 20-yard line. Coming in with a sack is Cohen Anderson. Cohen was waiting there with open arms, unblocked. That's his 3rd sack of the season. And Oberlin now forces Ellis way back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 15. So the Railers have just had a tough time offensively, that is for sure. Loss of 5 for Bourne. They've ran 10 plays and have gained 1 total yard, but it seems like they've gained a lot of yards with the amount of time they've had the football. Bourne out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side, sends a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to Schartz on the jet sweep. He's at the 20, lowers his shoulders, gets out to the 25 before he's wrapped up and brought down to the near side of the field by Gage Willoughby. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 after a pickup of 5 on the jet sweep play to Carson Schartz on his 3rd carry of the contest. Carson was the one that fumbled the football just a few seconds ago, or not a few seconds, about a minute ago, at his own 14-yard line. So Ellis had 2 possessions to open the game on the Red Devil side of the 40, came away with 0 points, ended up giving up 14. That's just crazy. It is playoff time in Kansas, that's for sure. So Ellis with a football, 3rd down and 10 from the Oberlin 25-yard line. Bourne takes the snap, and everything looked wrong there. As Bourne took the snap, Schartz was coming in motion, and they're going to say Ellis takes a timeout. We will take one with them. 3rd and 10 for Ellis coming up out of the timeout. 4:46 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Oberlin. This Week 9 bracket game contest between Oberlin and Ellis.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Fredrickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Fredrickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Fredrickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Fredrickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Smick Memorial Field. 4:46 to go in the first quarter. Ellis with the ball, 3rd and 10 from the Oberlin 25. 2 receivers out to either side. Bourne empty backfield, takes a snap, throws it over the middle, and no one was there. Don't know if he was looking for his intended target of the 30 in Richards or a man behind that, but he threw it hard over the middle, and no one was there, so Ellis will have to send the punt team out on 4th and 10 from the 25. 4:42 to go in the first quarter of play. Oberlin with a 14-0 lead, and can't stress it enough. Oberlin's got a 14-point lead without having the ball for maybe more than a minute. Absolutely crazy. And Ellis will have to punt this one away here. And back there to receive for the Red Devils is Caden Sowers just behind the 25. It's a good boot, line drive boot that'll take a bounce in front of the 20, roll up the near side, picked up by Caden to the 15, and he's pushed out of bounds right away. Ushered out of the near side by Aiden Ashbrenner. And with 4:36 to go with the first quarter of play, Oberlin will take over with the ball first down and 10 from the 15, or the 15-yard line. Maybe a little bit in front of it. 18-yard line is what it's looking like. They say 17 on the scoreboards. That's where Oberlin will start with the football. So Oberlin will take over with the football. First down and 10 from the 17. Josiah Pattengall has the only offensive touchdown today for the Red Devils, and Gehring goes out of the shotgun here. Pattengall on his left hip sends Sowers in motion, left to right across the line. One receiver to the far side takes a snap, hands it off. Pattengall, big hole at the 20, still on his feet, spins the defender, but then gets out and wrapped up by his shoestrings just across the 25. Man, he had a big hole there, but good job of the linebacker core of the Railers to come in and wrap him up and bring him down, or else it might have been another 6 points, but it's a nice gain of 5 yards, and those are those gains we're used to seeing out of Josiah. Had a tough time with it last week against a very stout defensive and linebacker core for the Ringnecks. And tonight, already through 3 carries, he's got a touchdown and 45 yards. Just had 54 all of last week. Gehring out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip takes the snap, hands it off. Pattengall cuts back up the middle, gets out across the 30, still on his feet, and almost broke the tackle, but gets out to the 34-yard line, dragging a man with him. And he was dragging Asher Haig with him, who comes up with the tackle, a great saving tackle there, taking it from the 22 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 33-yard line is what they say. So a pickup of 11 there for Josiah in his 4th carry of the game, but it was on 2nd down and 5. So Oberlin with the new set of downs here, first down and 10 from their own 33. Josiah will take the direct snap to him, goes off the left side, avoiding defenders, still on his feet as he was juking defenders behind his blockers, got out across the 40 and just barely got tripped up right there, or else he would have been gone again. It seems like every play Josiah is so close from breaking a big long run. That time he comes up with a good chunk of yards, 7 of them to be exact, to force 2nd down and 3. Oberlin has ran a total of 5 offensive plays. All of them have been designed for Josiah Pattengall. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Red Devils. Josiah took a direct snap there that time as well. And it will be Josiah again taking a direct snap. Student body to the near side this time. He'll be wrapped up and brought down short of the first down marker. A flag does come in, and this will probably be holding on the Red Devils. So like I mentioned, Brady Gehring been off of the field twice now. It was back-to-back Wildcat design snaps for Oberlin. They're right to Josiah Pattengall. This one cost him 10 yards, though, as it was a gain of about 2 there from Joe. So they mark him back to, after the 10-yard loss, to about 2nd and 11. So 2nd down and 11 now for Oberlin. From the 32-yard line of their own. Gehring out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip. 2 receivers to the near side. It's Sowers in the slot. Willoughby all the way on the line. Takes Sowers in motion right to left across the line. Hands it off. Pattengall left side. Back up the middle after a juke cut. Gets out across the 35. Tripped up there and wrapped up and brought down with a solid gain to make 3rd and manageable for the Red Devils. 3rd and about 6 after a pickup of 5. So it's 2:16 and counting to go in the first quarter of play. Again, Josiah Pattengall, the workhorse for the Red Devils, comes up with the short gain there to make 3rd and 6. And 3rd and manageable for the Red Devils, their first 3rd down situation of the game today. They're forced backwards, kind of with their own mistake in the penalty. Gehring out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip sends Sowers in motion right to left across the line. Takes the snap, hands it off. Pattengall left side, big hole, cuts back at the 40. Still on his feet, but it'll be wrapped up and brought down by the shoestrings. And he'll be short by about a yard. Decision time for Blake Gehring here, and Cohen Anderson standing right next to him. I think the Red Devils are going to try to go for it here on 4th and 2 from the Ellis 37-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 4. They say now from the 38-yard line of the Railers. 1:22 to go in the first quarter of play. Gehring out of the shotgun. Red Devils on 4th and 2. What do they have? Patton Gall on his right hip of Gehring. One receiver to the near side is Willoughby. Sowers on the line, takes the snap, hands it off. Josiah right side, pushing his way forward. I think with forward progress, it is going to be close. Needed 2, and the FAR official is saying they're going to be a bit short. We'll see what the football brings, but I think they're going to have to bring out the chains and measure this one from the near hash. And no, they're just going to call it off right away. So it must have been definitive enough not to bring out the change. And the Red Devils needed 2, picked up 1 3/4, and that's not enough to move the chains. And now, are they wanting to bring the chain gain back out? And they're not. So the officials definitive enough to send it back, so Oberlin turns it over on downs back to the Railers with a 1:05 to go in the first quarter of play, who now have the ball working from the near side hash and driving towards the east here at Smick Memorial Field. Bourne will go under center. He's got Carson Schartz as his fullback. Trenton Schartz is the running back there in the I formation look. One receiver to the near side. Bourne takes the snap, hands it off to Trenton Schartz off the right side. He's got some room to the 40, to the 35, cuts back up the middle to the 30, and he's wrapped up and gain tackle there just across the 30 to about the 28. Christian Smith-Titus in there along with Caden Sowers, but it's a big gain right there for the Ellis Railers as they continue to move into Red Devil territory. Has taken it from their own 37 here into Red Devil territory, out across the 30, almost to the 25-yard line. As they're going to say, it went from the 37 there to the 28. That'll be a pickup of 15 yards from the Railers and Tristan Schartz, who's at the running back spot now in the I formation. Look, Bourne under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Carson Schartz, who's wrapped up and brought down with a short gain on the fullback dive right up the middle. It'll bring up second down here with 23 seconds to go in the quarter, so Carson not getting much there. Unlike Trenton did just a second ago. They say just a yard gain from Carson. That might be the final play of the quarter. See if Ellis wants to run one here as we take under 10 seconds to go in the corner. They're going to line up and maybe try to get it off or see what happens first. The clock goes to zeros, or you get it off. Bourne under center, takes the snap, hands it off here to Schartz, coming off near side at the 25, still on his feet, wrapped up and brought down at the 20 for the final play of the quarter, and it'll force second down, third and short for the Railers after the quarter break. 1 quarter in the books. Oberlin with a 35-yard score from Josiah Pattengall and a 66-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown, and they lead 14-0, but the Railers are driving. We'll be back with the second quarter. This is Red Devil football.
Transforming your kitchen is a big step. Where do you start? Step into the beautiful showroom at Kitchen Solvers on East B Street in McCook, and they will expertly guide you toward the cabinets, countertops, tile, and flooring that are a reflection of you. Full kitchen remodel or simple upgrade, they can help. Just need material? They'll get it ordered. Need help with install? They can do it. Reach out to Kitchen Solvers and they can get you back into a working kitchen in 5 days. Kitchen Solvers. Find what inspires you.
They say defense wins championships, and in business, it's no different. With cyber threats and data interceptions, you need a solid tech lineup that defends your business every day. At NextTech, we provide technology solutions that keep your operations locked down. Call NextTech, your business technology defense, at 800-588-6649 or visit next-tech.com/cybersecurity. NextTech, local, trusted, reliable.
Start of the second quarter here from Smick Memorial Field. It's 3rd and 1. The snap, the handoff to Carson Schartz is blown up in the backfield on 3rd and 1 by Theo Butterfield. Massive hit. Theo broke through the line right away and forces him back for a 4th and 4, almost 5 yards. What a loss right there after Carson Schartz was able to get him so close there as to bring up 3rd down, and Carson Schartz instead goes backwards for the loss. It'll be 4th down and 5 now. So a loss of 4 there for Schartz Under center, Fakin Bourne hands it off on the jet sweep around the near side of the 20. Wrapped up and brought down. It's going to be close, as on the jet sweep handoff, it went to Ben Byers, the tight end, and he comes up just a bit short, about a half yard short. Needed 5, picked up 4, and that's not going to be enough. And so Oberlin will force another turnover on downs, and they will get the football deep in their own territory here. And these side judges kind of need to get on the same page. One had it across the, like right at the 20. The other one on the near side has it inside the 20, and they go with him. It'll be first down and 10 here for Oberlin. Out of the shotgun is Gehring. Got a man on his right hip. Patton Gall, one receiver to the far side of the field, working on the near side hash. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Brady dropping back to pass. He'll launch the deep ball down the middle of the field. Has Gage Willoughby wide open to the 25 to the 20. 15, 10, 5. He's in. Touchdown, Gage Willoughby. A 60-yard strike on the big play, and the Red Devils lead 20 to 0. What a pass and catch from the quarterback duo of Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. Beat his man flat out on the post route over the middle. 60-yard score, and Oberlin's opened up a 20 to 0 lead. So Brady will take that, and so will Gage as well every time. And we'll come out for a 2-point conversion here. 11:05 to go in the first half. Oberlin now with a 20 to 0 lead. Brady will go out of the shotgun. Got a man directly behind him, though. In the backfield is Patton Gall. Sowers hanging off the left side. Takes a snap. Fixed to Sowers. Now rolling out to his right. Busted play. And he'll be wrapped up and brought down. I think Joe thought one thing. Caden thought another. And so the play busted. But the Red Devils get 6, though, with a 60-yard strike from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. We'll take a break. Ellis will try to respond. 20 to 0. Oberlin in front. This is Red Devil football.
Whether it's plants, animals, or us humans, we are all affected by what we eat, and it starts in our soil. Nutrient Ag Solutions has worked hard to find solutions for causes, not just symptoms, that strengthen soil, plant, and animal health, therefore increasing the efficiency and profitability on your farm. Nutrien will work to create a balanced approach for your soil, in turn boosting productivity in your crops. Healthier plants carry enhanced nutritional value for your crops and livestock. Call Nutrien Ag Solutions today to get started.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
20-0, Oberlin in front, coming off of a 60-yard touchdown pass from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. And Oberlin, who forced a fourth turnover on downs from Ellis, turns it into a score one play later. Oberlin, on their 2 scoring drives, has scored in 2 plays and 1 play. That's crazy. So they lead 20 to 0 here with 11:05 to go in the first half. Gage Willoughby with the ball teed up. And the Railers, who had a great kickoff return last time out, see what Gage Willoughby, or a couple of times ago, will do here. He just squibs it right up the middle. It'll be taken by Richards, bobbled a little bit, then it'll go strictly down to an E at the 25. Oberlin not wanting to deal with the kickoff returns anymore, so they'll just squib it right up the middle. Red Devils with a 20 to 0 lead over the Railers here with 11:03 to go in the first half of play. 35-yard score from Joe Patton Gall. 66-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown from Caden Sowers, and then a 60-yard strike from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby, the only scoring today. Ellis has had some good drives. Born to the shotgun, man on his right hip, sends a man in motion, left to right across the line, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, setting up a screen, has a man right over the middle, pass caught at the line of scrimmage, makes the tackle, 35 to the 40, out to the far side of the field, 35 into Red Devil territory, and pushed out of bounds there. A flag comes in just behind the sticks, or just across the first down marker for the Railers, and we'll see what this is going to be as they take it all the way out to the 35-yard line. And I didn't see, I think that was Ben Byers on the reception there. And we'll see what this penalty is going to be for Ellis or Oberlin here. And are they just going to – Oberlin is trotting back like it's against the Railers. And it is. And it's back to the original line of scrimmage. And so there must have been a holding penalty there on Ellis. So we'll say it was a 10-yard completion from Bourne to Ben Byers that gets moved back 10 yards. Now it's first down again. Bourne dropping back, throws it out into the flat pass, caught by Carson Schartz on the far side of the field, and he is rocked out of bounds. And now a flag comes in late this time from an official here. And we'll see what this is going to be, as the pass was complete there to Schartz. But it was a holding penalty that moved the last one back 10 yards, and the flag will be picked up this time. And so no flag on the play. It'll make second down, and they're going to say maybe about a loss of 1 there on the play. Is, like I mentioned, from where we're sitting up here on the home grandstands, it's kind of tough to see these numbers and the way they reflect with the lights. From Ellis wearing the white-on-white jerseys and the orange numbers. But from body types, I think that was Carson Schartz on the reception, and he was rocked out of bounds. So a loss of 1 makes second and 11 for the Railers from their own 25. Bourne takes a snap, rolling out to his right now, reverses field, comes back to the far side of the field. He's got some running room out there to the 25, pushed out of bounds into his own bench over there. And Caden Sowers, the one that pushed him out. He was able to gain a quick few yards. So Bourne able to reverse field, gain some yards as he was looking down the field to throw. Wasn't able to, and takes it from second and 11 to third and manageable, third and about 7 after a pickup of 4 with the legs of Baylor Bourne. So the Railers, who turned it over on downs last time, got it into Red Devil territory fairly well after a big run, but then turned it over on downs after a loss of 5 that forced 4th and 5, and they weren't able to get it. It's 3rd and 7 now for the Railers, down 20-0, but 9:13 to go in the first half. Bourne, shotgun, takes the snap after the clap, looking. He wants the deep ball down the far side of the field, and the pass is in and out of the hands of his intended target at the 10. Brady Gehring, perfect coverage. He never turned around and saw the ball, but just stuck his hands up in the air, and I think with that, it went off of his hands, but in and out of the hands of the intended target for the Railers on the far side of the field, and that will force 4th and 7, and now decision time for interim head coach of the Railers, Trent Long, as you're down 20-0, ball at the 29-yard line of your own. Do you go for it? I think they might be punting it, or they might be going for it here, as it seemed like the offense somewhat stayed on the field there. Oberlin is playing like they're going to punt. Caden Sowers is back at the 20. And instead, Bourne is going to go out of the shotgun. He's got a man on his left hip. Sowers running back into his linebacker spot. One receiver out to either side. Bourne takes a snap, dropping back, looking, throws it across the sticks. Pass caught just in front of the 40 and taken out to the 40 on the far side there. And I think that's Trenton Schartz on the far side of the field. Like I mentioned, do apologize if it's not. Those numbers kind of tough to see, but it is enough to move the sticks out to the 40. So a pickup of 11 there through the air from Bourne to Schartz, the former quarterback to the new quarterback, and it moves the chains, and they kind of caught Oberlin off guards there as Sowers was all the way back in punt formation. That might have helped a little bit there. Railers race up to the line as the play clock is ticking down. Bourne to the shotgun, 2 to the near, 1 to the far, man on his hip. Bourne claps, takes the snap at the chest, rolling out, pitches it to Schartz. Ball's on the turf. He's able to pick it back up. And was it a forward pass? They're going to say it was. As, man, they kind of got lucky that it was a forward pass because Schartz had to go in and out of his hands, fall on the turf. He picked it back up, though, or else it could be another fumble if it wasn't. Instead, it'll be an incompletion. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Railers from the 40-yard line with 8:27 to go here in the second quarter of play. They break the huddle here, working from the far side hash, driving towards the west end zone. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, empty backfield, 3 down linemen for Bourne. Red Devils bringing a blitz. Here's the snap, dropping back, quick throw out of the far side. Sharts at the 35, still on his feet to the 30, breaks through 25-20, up the far sideline to the 15 before he's wrapped up and brought down. Great gain there. Josiah Patton-Goal. Theo Butterfield saving the tackle as he takes it from the 40 inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. What a big gain right there of 26 yards through the air on just a little quick out pattern there for Sharts from Bourne to Sharts. This Red Devil and this Ellis passing game, quick game, kind of affecting the Red Devils a little bit here. Out of the shotgun again is Bourne, 2 to the near, 2 to the far, empty backfield, 3 down linemen. Bourne claps, gets the snap of the chest, throws out in the flat. Pass is in and out of the hands of Sharts. And again, luckily it was a forward pass, or that could have been another fumble. Theo Butterfield rumbled and tumbled on top of it at the 20, but the whistle blows the play dead. 8 minutes to go in the first half, 20-0 Oberlin. But Ellis doing a good job on this drive, driving down the field here. And they've done what they successfully, I think, wanted to do, and that's take time off the clock and keep Oberlin's offense off the field. As Oberlin's offense and their 2 scoring drives of the game have scored on 1 play and 2 plays. Bourne out of the shotgun, man on his hip to the left. 1 receiver to the near, 1 to the far. Takes a snap, Bourne dropping back to pass, throws it over the middle. The pass is caught right there by Tristan Sharts at the 2-yard line. A flag comes in as Brady Guerin kind of hip-checked him as he went across the middle of the field, and we might have pass interference here, which either way, I think if you're Ellis, you're going to decline the penalty and just take because it would just be half the distance to the goal, which would take you to the 7. They have you spotted at the 2. You decline that penalty and take it to the 2, I think, right? Tristan Sharts, what a play, though. It's like I mentioned, Brady over the middle kind of stuck his hip out to try to stop him, which you can't do. But Tristan was able to avoid that. So, yeah, pass interference that has been declined, and Ellis will take the first down and goal from the 2-yard line. So it ends up being a 12-yard gainer from Bourne to Tristan Sharts, who's already holding his 3rd catch of the game. First and goal for the Railers from the 2-yard line, just about where that extra point line is where the ball just, I'd say about a quarter of a yard inside that. 7:43 to go in the first half, 20-0, Oberlin in front. Bourne will go under center, I formation look, both Sharts in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it off to Carson, left side, broke through the line after getting held up right away, and his knee goes down at the 1. So the Red Devils did a good job putting on the run blitz there, just forcing 1 yard out of Carson Sharts. It'll bring up 2nd and goal now for the Railers from the 1-yard line, or just about the 1.5-yard line. Under center will go Bourne. True I formation look now. Different running back there. It'll be Bourne. QB sneak in. He's not going to get there either. Might have lost a yard. They say he lost a half yard. Back to the 2. And so it'll bring up 2nd, 3rd, and goal now for Ellis. And they had the football from the 2-yard line to begin with. And now the white hat and all of the officials are coming in to talk about it. He did not get in. There is no way he got in. Even with forward progress, he is short, but I think they're arguing on where to put the ball. And they're going to say Oberlin got the football. Oberlin comes out with it instead. So Oberlin must have ripped it out at some point in the melee on the QB sneak, and Oberlin has forced another turnover tonight. My goodness. Never seen that, but Oberlin now gets it deep in their own territory. So they say it's just a 1-yard gain for Bourne, but he has the ball taken out of his hands, and we'll have to go back on film, I guess, and see who ended up coming out with the football, because that would have been 3rd and goal, but instead it's Oberlin 1st down and 10 from the 1-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Brady working in his own end zone, takes the snap, hands it off, Patton Goal up the middle, big run, he's at the 15, still on his feet, at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 35 to the 40, 35, 30. Track race to the end, and he will score. Touchdown. 99 yards. 26 to 8, nothing. Oberlin in front with 6:40 to go in the first half, and something about that, I just felt like that was coming. Oberlin, all 4 scoring drives today have been under 3 plays. That one, another 1-yard run. It's another 1-yard, 1-play drive that ends with a 99-yard score for Josiah Pattengall, and the Red Devils with 6:40 to go lead 26 to nothing. So what a score right there for Josiah on his 10th carry of the game. He's now got 174 yards. Direct snap to Caden Sowers off the right side, looking to get the corner, and he'll dance into the end zone. 2-point conversion. Red Devils with 6:40 to go in the first half lead 28 to nothing in this Week 9 bracket matchup. Looking for their first playoff win since 1977, and they're off to a good start for it. 6:40 to go in the first half. Oberlin 28, Ellis 0.
Oh, it's here. Football season. Ray's Grocery of Oberlin is excited too. Ray's Grocery knows you like football, but also everything that comes with it. Oh yeah, tailgating. Come into Ray's and get set up with all your supplies for a festive tailgate party. Delicious hamburgers, juicy steaks, all the produce you can handle, favorite drinks. It's all ready for you at Ray's Grocery. So get your tailgate on now. Shop stress-free with quality this football season at Ray's Grocery, downtown Oberlin.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just,
hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank,
hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Oberlin in front 28 to nothing after taking the ball away at the 1-yard line. Josiah Pattengall next play takes it 99 yards. Squib kick again. That one I don't think, did it go the minimum? Barely went the minimum 10 yards. And so Ellis will start with a football, first down and 10 from the 40 after Gage tried to kick a little bit of an onside kick there and hit it too much line drive. So 6:40 to go in the first half. Oberlin 28, Ellis nothing. The Railers have turned the ball over twice. The last one coming at the 1-yard line after a QB sneak from quarterback Baylor Bourne. Got the ball taken away. Bourne is out of the shotgun here. Got Schartz on his right hip. Sends a man in motion left to right across the line. Takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Bourne setting up the screen off to the far side of the field. So on his feet to the 30, to the 25, and being wrapped up and brought down just in front of the 20-yard line is going to be Ben Byers again there, and that's the second time they've run that little screenplay, and each time it has worked. So from the 40 all the way to about the 22-yard line, pickup of 18 yards there on the little screenplay. And the passing game today for the Railers is working. Have thrown for 76 yards, but ran for just 37 and have fumbled it twice in the run game as well. That last one coming on the QB sneak, and I don't know who came up with the football, but the officials got together and said the Red Devils did. Empty backfield for Bourne. 2 receivers to the near, 2 to the far, 3 down lineman. Takes the snap, drop it back, throws it, and the pass is in and out of the hands of his intended target, who was at about the 16-yard line. And so it'll bring up second down and 10 with 6:04 to go here in quarter number 2. So Oberlin 3 scoring drives today offensively. Have had a defensive touchdown, but all 3 of their drives have been less than 2 plays that they have scored on. Did have a long drive that ended up being a turnover on downs. Second down and 10 now for the Railers from the Oberlin 21. Trips to the far side of the field, nobody to the near, sends a man in motion left to right. It's a jet sweep here to Schartz, who's wrapped up and brought down, avoids the tackle, and then he's wrapped up and brought down for a loss. Theo Butterfield had him wrapped up like a glove, but he was able to escape that. Cohen Anderson finishes him off right back at the line of scrimmage and forces 3rd and 10. Schartz, who is a big guy, 5'11", 206, and a senior, was able to avoid the tackle of Theo Butterfield there, but Cohen Anderson wrapped him up right after. 3rd and 10 now for the Railers from the Oberlin 21-yard line. Born out of the shotgun. He's got Tristan Schartz on his right hip. 2 receivers to the far side. Sends Carson Schartz in motion. It's a direct snap to Tristan Schartz, who cuts back, jukes the defender, still on his feet to the 20, to the 15. He'll be wrapped up and brought down there. And that had the Red Devils all out of sorts as they sent Carson Schartz in motion from the slot to the far side, back to the near side. And while he was doing that, it was a direct snap right to Tristan Schartz, and it's able to pick up a good chunk of yards, about 6, and makes 4th down and 4. So Trenton Schartz, and I've been calling him Tristan, but it is Trenton Schartz on the carry there. They actually say 4th and 3. So apologies there. Under center will go Bourne. Trenton Schartz at the tip of the eye. Carson between them. Takes a snap. Pitch to Trenton. He's looking to throw. Has a man in the end zone. Sticking his hands out and deflecting the ball away is Gage Willoughby. Great job by the Red Devils on 4th and 3 from the 15-yard line. Force another turnover on downs. Interesting play call there from Trent Long on 4th and 3. From the 15 of the Red Devils, and it goes with the halfback pass and almost had it as streaking out of the end zone was a Railer, but Gage Willoughby sticks the hands up and knocks the ball away. And so Oberlin again gets the football back on a turnover on downs. 28-0. Red Devils with a football starting from their own 15-yard line. Gehring out of the shotgun. Patton Gall on his near side hip. One receiver to the near side is Willoughby. Gehring takes the snap, hands it off to Josiah. Right side, big hole again, 25, 15 to the 20, gets out to the 25 before he's wrapped up and brought down. Pickup of 11 there. So the ball was actually at about the 14. And so it'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Red Devils from the 25-yard line with 4:29 to go in the first half of play. 28-0 Oberlin. What a weird ball game we have had today, that is for sure. Cohen Anderson runs in the play this time for the Red Devils. 4:16 to go with the first half. Out of the shotgun is Gehring. Got Patton Gall on his left hip. And one man behind him, Sowers, one receiver to the far side. Gehring takes the snap, hands it off. Sowers, left side, got some running room. He's at the 30, breaks a tackle, 35, cuts back upfield to the 35 of the Ellis Railers, and now it's wrapped up and brought down at the 30-yard line. Caden Sowers was almost making that work, broke off to the near side hash, cut back up across the 40 to the 35. They mark him down at about the 36. What a gain there on the first rush by someone not named Josiah Pattengall. And so, from the 25 to the 36, that's a 19-yard gain for Caden Sowers, and the Red Devils continue to pound the rock. 3:44 to go in the first half. Gehring out of the shotgun. Patton Gall on his right hip. Sends Willoughby in motion. Right to left. No, that's Sowers right to left across the line. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Josiah, who bounces back up the middle following blockers and gets out across the 30-yard line to, that was to the 32, that run there for Caden. And so instead of it being a 19-yard gain, it turns into a 23-yard gain. So apologies about that. Just a gain of 3 there for Josiah on that run, and it makes 2nd down and 7 now for the Red Devils from the Railer 28-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Brady. Got Josiah directly behind him in the backfield. One receiver to the far side of the field is Willoughby. Takes the snap, looking, pitches it out to Patton Gall. Patton Gall still on his feet to the 30, wrapped up by the shoestrings, dives forward to the 25, maybe inside the 25 to about the 24 to force 3rd and manageable here for the Red Devils with 2:42 before the end of the half. They say 3rd and 4 after a short pickup of 3. So Josiah, 13 carries, 191 yards already in the game, but 100 of those 91 yards coming, 99 of those 191 coming on a one play, but still, great night for Josiah. Gehring out of the shotgun. He's got Patton Gall on his left hip. Sowers directly behind him here on 3rd and 4 from the Railer 24. Gehring takes the snap, hands it off. Sowers right side, bottled up the line now. Jukes a defender, gets to the outside, has the first down, still on his feet as he squirms his way inside the 15 and 20-yard line to about the 18. What a play by Caden Sowers. He was bottled up right at the line, bounced outside, stiffed arm a man, juked a defender, and is able to pick up a first down for the Red Devils and take it inside the 15, inside the 20-yard line, to about the 18. Gain of 6 there for Caden. So these 2 carries for Caden on this drive, the first 2 rushes by a man not named Josiah Pattengall. And they've worked out each time. Gehring out of the shotgun. He's got Pattengall on his left hip, one receiver to the near side. Gehring takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Gehring looking, floats it up over the top of a man to Caden Sowers, who was running parallel with the 10-yard line, and he wraps it up and brings it down just across the 15 to about the 13. That was a scary play there for Brady, as he had to go over the top of a linebacker, but was able to do that and hits Caden Sowers for a 5-yard gain. And Caden, who had no yards receiving or rushing yet, has now been heavily involved in this drive. 2nd down and 5 now for the Red Devils from the Railer 13-yard line. Takes the snap, hands it off, running it up the middle. Josiah breaks a tackle, still on his feet at the 10, and inside the 10-yard line to the 5 before he's finally wrapped up and brought down. That might put him inside the 5, actually. And we'll see. Yeah, it is going to put him inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Red Devils. Might be right at the 5 here. Yeah, they're going to say 1st and goal from the 5. So that's a 9-yard gain for Josiah Pattengall. Brady out of the shotgun here, working on the near side hash. Pattengall on his near side hip takes the snap, hands it off. Josiah right side, bounces it outside. He'll cruise into the end zone for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. And with 44 and a half seconds to go, Oberlin leads 34-0 in the first half. So a 2-point conversion would put the Red Devils 10 points away from the point rule. A 5-yard score from Josiah Pattengall, and Oberlin leads 34-0 with 44 and a half seconds to go. That was a great long drive from Oberlin there. First time they kind of went on that long drive today. Gehring out of the shotgun for the 2-point conversion, hands it off. Pattengall left side and squeaks into the end zone, but a flag comes in. And he was into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. They say holding on Oberlin. And so that'll move him back 10 yards from about the 3 to the 13 or so here. They're going to say maybe about the 12. Yeah, about the 12 and a half. So a 10-yard penalty on the 2-point conversion. See if the Red Devils can convert it now. Just their 2nd penalty of the game is coming off of a Josiah Pattengall 5-yard TD score. Now a 2-point conversion for the Red Devils from the 12. Gehring out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip. One receiver to the far side is Willoughby. Gehring takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Good pocket, looking, throws it out of the flat. Pass caught by Sowers at the 5. Juking a defender, still on his feet. Lowers his shoulders, trying to get into the end zone. Is he going to? No! Came up just about by inches short. He lowered his shoulder and went one-on-one with the man right at the goal line for the Railers, who win that little joust. But with 44 seconds left in the first half, Oberlin has themselves a 34-0 lead over Ellis in this Week 9 game of the playoffs here on KFNF. This is Red Devil Football. The sun is what everyone wants, and Ward Drug in Oberlin hopes you'll have safe fun in the sun this summer. Ward Drug reminds you that sunscreen is beneficial protection from those powerful rays of the sun. And if you get bugged by insects with bites, Ward Drug has you covered to soothe the itch and irritation. Got allergies from about anything these days? Ward Drug has you covered there too. You can always talk with a pharmacist to help you choose the best products for your individual needs. Ward Drug in downtown Oberlin, where they've got you covered for fun all summer long.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Smick Memorial Field, where it has been an Oberlin domination here tonight in this Week 9 bracket game. 34-0, Oberlin over the top of Ellis here. 44 seconds before half. Oberlin getting another score from Josiah Pattengall, his third-yard touchdown run. This one, the least amount of yards, though, just a 5-yard score. His first two, one from 35, the next from 99 yards. But it's a 34-0 lead, and Willoughby has the ball teed up, and he will pooch kick it, and it will be down just across the 40 to about the 39 on the onside try, and Ellis will start with the football right there. So the Railers, who have got the short field with those kickoffs, but also with a great kickoff return and then a surprise onside kick to start the game, just haven't been able to punch anything in. They had first and goal from the 2, ended up fumbling the football, fumbled the ball on their second drive of the game, and it was a 66-yard fumble recovery for a TD. So it's been a tough night, a good night, but a tough night offensively for the Railers, who have put up 120 total yards, 76 through the air. See if they want to do it here. Byer out of the shotgun, sends him in motion, left to right, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looking to the far side, now throws a jump ball up, and the pass is caught by Sharts at the 15, and he's wrapped up and brought down there. Trenton Sharts pulls the ball out of the sky on a jump ball that was put up in the air by Baylor Bourne. What a play. My goodness. So from the 39 inside the 15, we got a timeout on the field. We will keep it right here. So we're going to mark the ball inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. Baylor Bourne was looking to the far side of the field the whole time. Had 3 receivers on the near side after he's hit a man in motion. Instead, throws up a jump ball to that man on the far side that came back towards the middle. And Trenton Sharts, who goes up and picks it out of the sky, which he should, at 6'2", going one-on-one with Brady Gehring in the middle. And Brady put up a good fight, and he went up too, but Sharts, just the taller man, able to get it, and Brady on his back was able to wrangle him down. And with 37.6 seconds to go here, Ellis set up with a chance to score late in the half. 28-yard throw there through the air, and it felt like that ball was in the sky for such a long time. So Trenton Sharts, the former starting QB, comes up with a big reception and has Ellis set up first down and 10 from the Red Devil 13. Born out of the shotgun, one of the near, one of the far. Motions Carson Sharts out of the backfield, takes the snap. Bourne rolling out to the near side, looking, throws the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. What a perfectly placed ball from Bourne to the near side pylon for Owen Richards, who catches his first touchdown of the season and makes it 34-6 with 32 seconds to go on a 13-yard strike from Bourne to Richards. And so the pass game is working for the Railers. That is for sure. And with weapons all around, Bourne has been able to make it work. Has got a couple good catches. And that time he just perfectly led Richards right to the pylon, who made the over-the-shoulder catch for the TD. Bourne out of the shotgun here. 2 receivers to the near, 2 to the far. Sends a man in motion, left to right across the line. Takes a snap, dropping back to pass, rolling out to the near side, looking, lobs the ball up, back of the end zone, and making the catch right along the back end line for the 2-point conversion is Ben Byers. And so Ben Byers will make the catch there for the Ellis Railers and make it 34-8 with 32 seconds to go. We'll take a break here. 32 seconds left in the first half. 34-8. Oberlin is out in front.
How do you choose the right financial partner? At United Northwest Federal Credit Union, they've been serving the communities of Norton, Decatur, and Rollins counties for 75 years, offering top quality services and products. From loans to the Easy Saver account and online banking, they're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Experience the trust and reliability of a community-focused credit union. Visit unwfcu.org to join today. United Northwest Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner, NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
34-8, the Railers strike for the first time today. Man, it seems like they should have a couple more touchdowns, but that is just their first. 34-8, it came on a 13-yard strike from Baylor born to Owen Richards that was set up by a big 28-yard reception. And now the Railers will send a boot this time, and the Railers are actually going to be offsides. And that was a good boot there by a good kicker in Ashburner. But it'll go through the back of the end zone, but move them back 5 yards. And so instead of kicking it from the 30, the Railers will instead kick it from the 25. And it's going to be interesting to see what they wanted to do there. They had in their only one kickoff today, surprise onside kicked it to the Red Devils and were able to get the ball on that surprise onside kick. Now the white hat is coming up to talk with the official. And so, yeah, offsides called on the Railers. And so that is their third penalty today for 20 yards. 34-8, 32 seconds to go. Willoughby and Pattengall back for the Red Devils. Ashburner with the ball teed up this time, sends a end-over-end boot that will be taken off of a bounce here by Caden Sowers, who rushes it up the near side. He's at the 15 to the 20, cuts back, still on his feet to the 30, and will be wrapped up and pushed out of bounds. That's Josiah Pattengall on the return this time. Let it bounce right at about the 10. And was able to get it out, but it pushed out of bounds at about the 30. A flag does come in, though. It'll be holding on the Red Devils. And so from the 30, make it go back to the 20. And that's where Oberlin will take over first down and 10 with 26 and a half seconds to go in the quarter and see what Blake Gehring wants to do here. So Ellis does get the ball to start the second half. That's why that touchdown right there was so big in the end. So 34-8, 26 and a half seconds to go in this first half. Oberlin with the football from their own 20-yard line. Gehring will go out of the shotgun. Got a man on his right hip, Pattengall. One receiver stacked on the line. To the right is Willoughby. Sowers back there as well. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Brady dropping back to pass. Pump fakes, looking. Launches a deep ball down the middle. Has Gage Willoughby at the 30. 25-20. See you later. Touchdown, Gage Willoughby. 60-yard strike again from Brady Gehring. Oh my goodness, Oberlin wants to make this a track meet and a half. 40-8, Red Devils lead, 16.3 seconds to go in the half. Brady with a perfect ball again. Three passes for Brady Gehring today, two of which have went for touchdowns, both to Gage Willoughby, both for 60 yards. 16.3 to go. Oberlin 40. And the Ellis Railers 8. This will make it a 40-point game with a 2-point conversion. Gehring out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip. Takes the snap, dropping it back to pass. Looking, fires it over the top of the head of Caden Sowers. Had him wide open on the far side of the field, right of the pylon on the near side. I should say that pylon in the front of the end zone, but overthrows him. But with 16.3 seconds to go, it's another 60-yard strike from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby, and the Red Devils have opened up a 40-8 lead here in this Week 9 bracket game on KFNF.
Are you ready to level up your career? Hi, I'm Miranda Ashmore with Western Plains Energy in Oakley, Kansas, and we're hiring. If you're motivated, reliable, and ready to grow, we've got openings in our maintenance, operations, and materials departments. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we offer great pay, solid benefits, and a team that truly values you. Swing by our office or check us out at WPELLC.com to learn more. That's Western Plains Energy, where your future begins.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
40-8. Oberlin out in front. Second 60-yard touchdown pass from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. Gage each time. That time Brady did a good job of just knowing Gage was going to get open, because as Brady dropped back and looked down the field and Gage wasn't quite open yet, Brady still launched it, and then Gage became wide open. Here's a squib kick right up the middle that Richards will take. He pitches it off to Carson Schartz, who runs it and lowers his shoulder, got through a Red Devil, still on his feet before he's finally wrapped up and brought down with 9.8. Little trickery again. It almost works out here for the Railers, but instead they'll have first down and 10 from just in front of the 30 at about the 27. With 9.8 seconds to go, they call it the 28, and we'll see what the Railers are going to do here. They've been able to pass the ball pretty efficiently in this second quarter. Bourne goes out of the shotgun. Got a man on his right hip. That's Trenton Schartz. Two receivers to the far side, none to the near. This is a man in motion left to right across the line. Claps, takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Bourne looking, has all the time of the world with no rush. Now he gets a rush, takes out for the near side of the 30, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 40-yard line with 2.1 seconds to go. And so one more play here for the Railers with 2.1 seconds to go before the half. From the 28 to the 39, that's a gain of 11 on the QB scramble there from Baylor Bourne, who with that scramble is now still at negative 4 yards in the first half. 2.1 seconds to go in the first half. 40-8, Oberlin in front of Ellis, who has the football at the 38-yard line. Bourne out of the shotgun, two receivers to the near, two to the far, three down linemen. Red Devils with three DBs all the way back to the 20. Sends Carson Schartz in motion left to right. Bourne claps, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looking, launches a ball down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted almost by Brady Gehring with one hand to the 5-yard line, and instead it'll drop out of his hands, and that will end the first half. What a up and down, left and right first half we had, but the Red Devils are in front big at the break, 42-8. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will have your first half numbers, get you some scores as well. Oberlin in front 40-8 after 2 quarters of play. Halftime here from Smith Memorial Field.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors that get the job done right, or the Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your Colby Ag Center for a demo today. Colby Ag Center, your local Cub Cadet dealer at 305 East Horton.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
Call Matt Osmeyer at 785-475-2471. Your local dealer for Rollins, Decatur, and Norton counties.
Ever wonder why some people have a spring in their step? It's simple. Fuel. Quality fuel from Decatur Co-op. Without the right fuel, your day can feel like a drag. But with Decatur Co-op's premium Fieldmaster diesel or unleaded fuel delivered straight to you, those days of sluggish starts are over. Serving Northwest Kansas and Southwest Nebraska, they keep you moving. Check out their bulk fuel delivery today. Premium fuel and service you deserve at Decatur Co-op with a location near you.
Decatur County Beef in Oberlin, Kansas wants to do business with the local farmers. They need high moisture corn, silage, and hay now, and dry corn now through October. Decatur County Beef offers very competitive prices, always looking for good help. Give Decatur County Beef a call. You'll be glad you did. That's Decatur County Beef, just north of Oberlin on Highway 83.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Smick Memorial Field. Halftime. Each team has retreated back to their respective locker rooms. It has been a shootout of sorts, heavily favored onto Oberlin's side as the Red Devils lead here at the break by a score of 40-8. As, like I mentioned, it has kind of been a back-and-forth shootout. That is for sure. It has been a back-and-forth shootout with the offenses, but Ellis has turned it over twice, turned it over on downs twice, but finally came alive down the stretch there and were able to punch in a touchdown. 40-8, here it is at the break, and let's take you through our scoring summary. Oberlin got things going in the first quarter with 7:54 to go when Josiah Pattengall would run in a 35-yard touchdown run. Two-point conversion run would be no good, and Oberlin would lead 6-0. That scoring drive came after Oberlin was supposed to start with a football to start the game, but Ellis surprise onside kicked the Red Devils, got the football, drove it inside the 20 before they turned it over on downs. And then Oberlin, before a bad snap, I should say, forced him back 17 yards. Then a offsides call would force him back another 5 yards, then a sack. So Oberlin got the football starting very, very well. It was a quick 5-yard rush, then a 35-yard touchdown run for Josiah Pattengall, and Oberlin led 6-0. Then Oberlin would strike again just a few minutes later with 6:13 to go in the first quarter when Caden Sowers would run in a 66-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown, and the two-point conversion run from Pattengall would make it 14-0. That 66-yard fumble recovery was Ellis had the football, I should say, at the Red Devil 14-yard line, set up by a huge return on the kickoff after that 35-yard score. They set up deep in Red Devil territory, but fumbled the football, and just like that, Oberlin was up 14-0. There'd be no scoring between either team as they would trade turnover on downs after that, but Oberlin would finally pick up the scoring again with 11:05 to go in the second quarter when Brady Gehring would hit Gage Willoughby for a 60-yard touchdown pass. The two-point conversion would be no good, and Oberlin would lead 20-8. Oberlin would score again with 6:40 to go in the second quarter on a Josiah Pattengall 99-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion run was good from Caden Sowers, and Oberlin led 28-0. That 99-yard score was set up after Oberlin would take the football away from quarterback Baylor Bourne of the Ellis Railers on a QB sneak, as they would just rip the ball out of his hands, able to be come down with it at the 1, did the Red Devils, and the Railers thought they had him backed up, but instead, one play later, Josiah Pattengall would make it 34-0. So, like I said, Ellis, it just seems like they should have a lot more than 8 points, just haven't been able to come up with it. They finally did get their first score with 32 seconds to go after Bourne would hit Richards for a 13-yard TD pass. The two-point conversion run from Bourne to Byers would be good, and it'd be 35-8. Then Brady Gehring would hit Gage Willoughby for a 60-yard touchdown pass with 16.3 seconds to go this time to make it 40-8. So yes, in the final minute, we had a total of 3 different scores in the game. Absolutely crazy. It's been a crazy game. One of my most interesting games I've ever called, that is for sure. We're going to take another break. When we come back, get you your first half numbers as Oberlin leads 40-8 over the Ellis Railers here on KFNF.
At Decatur Health Radiology, the 3D mammography truck brings breast imaging directly into our community. This mobile service provides screening mammograms that may help detect early breast changes. Imaging results are reviewed by board-certified radiologists and shared with providers as part of patient care. By hosting the mobile unit, Decatur Health supports local access to important breast health screenings. Learn more about upcoming 3D mammography truck visits at decaturhealth.org.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark Inn, downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
Transforming your kitchen is a big step. Where do you start? Step into the beautiful showroom at Kitchen Solvers on East B Street in McCook, and they will expertly guide you toward the cabinets, countertops, tile, and flooring that are a reflection of you. Full kitchen remodel or simple upgrade, they can help. Just need material? They'll get it ordered. Need help with install? They can do it. Reach out to Kitchen Solvers and they can get you back into a working kitchen in 5 days. Kitchen Solvers, find what inspires you.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Smick Memorial Field. Red Devils in front 40-8 in a topsy-turvy first half, but Oberlin has dominated, but Ellis has done a pretty good job of gaining yards, just haven't been able to punch it in. Shot themselves in the foot a couple of different times after big plays. And Oberlin, give them credit, though. They forced 2 turnovers, took one of them back for a touchdown. And then they scored on the ensuing play after they turned over the Railers. And it just seems like anytime Ellis gets a big punch, if we're talking like 2 prize fighters here, Oberlin comes back with 4 more of them and just continues to have the momentum on their sideline as they lead 40-8 here at the break. I'll give you some first half numbers here. We'll start with the Railers individually. Carson Schartz on the day has a total of 8 carries for 9 yards. Trenton Schartz with 7 carries for 46 yards. Baylor Bourne, 7 carries for -4 yards. And 1 carry today for Ben Byers, unofficially there for 4 yards. Baylor Bourne with a great day throwing, 8 of 13 for 117 yards and a touchdown pass. Trenton Schartz 0 for 1 throwing. Ben Byers 2 receptions for 28 yards, Owen Richards 1 reception for 13. Carson Schartz 1 reception for -1, and Trenton Schartz 4 receptions for 77 yards on the day. Individually for the Red Devils, it's been the Josiah Pattengall show. 15 carries, 205 yards, and 3 scores. Brady Gehring, Caden Sowers, 2 carries for 29 yards. Brady Gehring throwing 3 of 3 for 125 yards and 2 scores. Gage Willoughby 2 receptions for 120 and 2 scores, and Caden Sowers 1 reception for 5 yards. Team-wise, Ellis on the ground, 55, 117 through the air for a total of 172. They have ran 37 offensive plays to Oberlin's 20, and Oberlin in those 20 plays has put up 234 on the ground, 125 through the air. That's an average of 41.7 per play for a total of 359. They're averaging 18 yards per play at the break. Oberlin 3 penalties for 30 yards. Ellis 3 penalties for 20 yards. They have 2 turnovers. Oberlin with 1 here at the break. Oberlin with none, here at the break. Each team still in the locker room. I'm sure we'll start to see them appear here as we tick under 2 minutes to go before the unofficial start of the second half. They'll usually add a couple minutes back on here, so I'm sure they will. But each team still in the locker rooms at the moment, but a dominating first half for the Red Devils as they lead 40-8.
They say defense wins championships, and in business, it's no different. With cyber threats and data interceptions, you need a solid tech lineup that defends your business every day. At NextTech, we provide technology solutions that keep your operations locked down. Call NextTech, your business technology defense, at 800-588-6649 or visit next-tech.com/cybersecure. NextTech, local, trusted, reliable.
Whether it's plants, animals, or us humans, we are all affected by what we eat, and it starts in our soil. Nutrient Ag Solutions has worked hard to find solutions for causes, not just symptoms, that strengthen soil, plant, and animal health, therefore increasing the efficiency and profitability on your farm. Nutrien will work to create a balanced approach for your soil, in turn boosting productivity in your crops. Healthier plants carry enhanced nutritional value for your crops and livestock. Call Nutrient Ag Solutions today to get started.
Oh, it's here! Football season! Ray's Grocery of Oberlin is excited too! Ray's Grocery knows you like football, but also everything that comes with it. Oh yeah, tailgating! Come into Ray's and get set up with all your supplies for a festive tailgate party. Delicious hamburgers, juicy steaks, all the produce you can handle, favorite drinks. It's all ready for you at Ray's Grocery. So get your tailgate on now. Shop stress-free with quality this football season at Ray's Grocery, downtown Oberlin.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just...
Hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank...
Hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The sun is what everyone wants, and Ward Drug in Oberlin hopes you'll have safe fun in the sun this summer. Ward Drug reminds you that sunscreen is beneficial protection from those powerful rays of the sun. And if you get bugged by insects with bites, Ward Drug has you covered to soothe the itch and irritation. Got allergies from about anything these days? Ward Drug has you covered there too. You can always talk with a pharmacist to help you choose the best products for your individual needs. Ward Drug in downtown Oberlin, where they've got you covered for fun all summer long.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Smick Memorial Field. First round of the Acacia 8-Man D1 playoffs. Week 9 bracket game between the Red Devils of Oberlin and the Railers of Ellis. And it is Oberlin out in front 40-8. Each team has charged back onto the field. Oberlin going through some calisthenics. It has gotten a little bit nipply here as the sun has went down. That is for sure. Like I mentioned, if this game does end up going to about 9 o'clock, or we've almost hit the 9 o'clock window here, it could get down below 40 degrees. Supposed to get to almost 30 degrees here tonight for the low. So it's going to get a bit cold in the second half. That is for sure. Not many scores to pass along to you, as the page I look at for those scores is not working tonight because a lot of the playoff games are going on tomorrow. But in the 8-man and the 6-man ranks, that's a lot of the games going on tonight. But do have one score to pass along to you, that South Central and Spearville game, like I mentioned, that was being played. South Central routs the Lancers 64-6. So Oberlin or Ellis, Oberlin right now, if they hold on, if this score remains and they come away with a win, they will be traveling to Coldwater next week. But if Ellis comes back and wins, then they will be the ones traveling to Coldwater. Oberlin in front 40-8 here, and they've done a really good job taking advantage of mistakes from Ellis. While it seems like Ellis should have more scores, Oberlin has done a good job taking advantage of those non-scoring drives, turning them into scores themselves, as Oberlin only on one offensive possession today has been stopped when they turned it over on downs. Other than that, They have been able to kind of do anything they want. Also got a defensive score for a touchdown, so they've been able to do it all. That is for sure, as both teams now kind of huddled up on their sidelines as we tick under a minute here before we get ready to start the second half of action. So once again, the winner of this matchup will be traveling their way down to Coldwater, and then from there, if you win that game, then it's kind of an east-west thing, whether or not you host in the sectional or the sub-state rounds from that. But it's the higher seed for these first two, or the higher district team for these first two, Oberlin being the number 2 seed out of District 8 and South Central being the number 1 seed out of District 6. So that's why Oberlin, out of District 5, excuse me. That's why Oberlin will be traveling down there to South Central if they're able to walk away with a win. South Central, Coldwater there. If you listen to football here on KFNF, you probably remember we made a trip down there last year to watch Hoxie play in the sub-state sub-state round of the playoffs last year, and Hoxie won, ultimately going on to win the state championship a week later. So Oberlin would love to be the second Northwest Kansas team to go down there and get the win coming up. But South Central, a lot of wins over the last few years, that is for sure. So they're going to be a tough opponent. But Oberlin has got to play 24 minutes of football here, possibly. They're up 40-8 at the break. They will not have the football to start as Ellis won the toss and chose to defer. As Oberlin in front by 32 here. Still a little bit away from that 46-point mark anyway. I'd have to get a couple scores to get there. And back to kick this one away will be Gage Willoughby. See if he wants to boot this one or if he's going to squib kick it like he has ever since the start of the game. And he will squib it right up the middle. Did it go the 10 yards? And I think they're going to officially say it did. And so Ellis was able to recover it as the man that caught it was behind the 40 and then dove forward. So it did officially go 10 yards. But he dove forward for about a yard. And so with 11:59 to go here in the third quarter of play, Ellis takes over the football, first down and 10 from the Oberlin 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Bourne, sends a man in motion, left to right across the line, takes a snap, dropping it back to pass. He pump fakes, throws it out into the flat, pass caught there, and being wrapped up and brought down is Richards. So Richards with just a short gain, or a loss, of about 5 yards there, takes him all the way back to about the 35-yard line. It seemed like it was going to be a gain, but it ended up being a loss as Richards couldn't escape the grasp of the Red Devil defense. They say it is a loss of 4, and it makes second down and 14 now for the Railers on that pass from Bourne to Richards. Bourne out of the shotgun again. One receiver to the near, one to the far. Claps, takes the snap of the chest, dropping back to pass. Now he's rolling out to the near side of the 30, 35 to the 40, 35, 30. Ushered out of bounds there, being chased down by Theo Butterfield. And a flag comes all the way in from the white hat. The near side official, they're going to call a late hit on Oberlin as Theo was running him out of bounds and he dove at him. And I think just got a piece of his legs, but instead he took it to about the 35. Ball was at the 37. And so that'll be 15 yards tacked on after the play on the personal foul on the late hit. Oberlin Red Devil faithful not liking the call. It's an 8-yard run for Bourne, but then had 15 on to the end of it after the personal foul penalty from the Red Devils. Bourne out of the shotgun, 2 to the near, 2 to the far, empty backfield, 3 down linemen. Red Devils bring the blitz, takes the snap, looking, throws on the flat, pass caught to the far side of the 20 to the 15, still on his way, and being wrapped up and brought down, and they're going to say that was Ashburner on the catch on the far side of the field there for 8 yards. So that will set up Ellis pretty nice here as they continue to just pound their way down the field using the passing game as now they have 2nd and 2 from the Oberlin 11. I formation for Bourne. Takes the snap, hands it off. Trenton Schartz off the right side. Gets the first down and more. Taking it from the 11 to about the 8. So he needed 2 and picked up 3 instead. And so Trenton Schartz on his 8th carry picks up the first down, and Ellis has first down and goal from the 8-yard line with 10:26 to go in the third quarter. That 15-yard penalty there kind of tacked on a few more, and Red Devil faithful and coaches didn't like it. But they said a late hit on Theo Butterfield as Bourne was running out of bounds. Bourne didn't even fall down to the ground, but just saw enough contact to throw a flag. Out of the shotgun is Bourne. 3 receivers to the far, now to the near, now sends a man in motion. Bourne looking, QB design, run, jukes a defender to the 10 to the 5, and he's pushed out of bounds there. Caden Sowers thought he had him in the backfield. He was one-on-one with him almost for a loss, but instead, Bourne is able to juke his way out of that and make it to the 5 for a short gain of 3. And Bourne kind of a little bit like Balthazar last week, just being able to use his legs. Bourne out of the shotgun, claps, takes the snap, rolling out to the near side, throws it into the end zone, diving and not being able to make the play in and out of his hands there on the near side as they were looking for Richards. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So 3rd and goal, for the Railers from the 5-yard line here. So 3rd and goal for the Railers from the 5 of the Red Devils. Bourne out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far, 3 down linemen, empty backfield. Bourne claps, takes the snap, dropping back to pass, rolling out near side, throws it up for grabs, middle of the field, over the head of Schartz right at the 5, and it almost went into the hands of Caden Sowers, who dove at it but just missed it. And so that'll be 4th down and goal, and again, inside or right at the 5 here, Ellis, with a goal-to-go situation, might not be able to come up with a score, as it's 4th down and goal from the 5. They had 2nd and goal and fumbled the ball last time they were down here, and it was on this side of the field as they drive towards the west. Bourne out of the shotgun again. Empty backfield on 4th and goal from the 5. 2 receivers to the near, 2 to the far. Bourne takes the snap, dropping it back to pass, looking, fires it into the end zone. It's almost picked off. Went in and out of the hands of Brady Gehring, falls down on the turf, and the Red Devils keep the Railers out of the end zone, who just drove down the field, picking and popping their way down. Got a big help with a 15-yard penalty. But then once they get it inside the 10 and make it a goal-to-go situation, not able to punch it in as they go 0 for 3 there on 3 straight passes. And Oberlin forces a turnover on downs and gets the football 1st down and 10 from their own 5. With the shadow of their goalpost lurking over the top of them as Gehring will take this snap right at the goal line. Got Patton Gall in his right hip. 1 receiver stacked on the line as Willoughby takes the snap. Hands it off Patton Gall. Right side, he's at the 5, the 10, 15 to the 20. Far side of the field, wrapped up and brought down just across the 25-yard line, almost to the 30, at about the 26, 27-yard line. So 21-yard gain for Josiah Pattengall on his 16th carry of the game. And with 9:37 to go in the third quarter, Oberlin has the football, 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. 40-8, Oberlin in front. Just turned Ellis away deep in their own end. Now trying to drive it back down to Ellis' side. Out of the shotgun, Gehring sends a man in motion right to left. Patton Gall on the hip, takes the snap. Patton Gall coming off to the near side hash, cuts back there, still on his feet to the 30 before he's wrapped up and dragged down. He had a man on his leg and carried him a couple of yards before he's finally wrapped up and officially brought down to the 30-yard line for a short pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 6. So 2nd and 6 now for the Red Devils. 9:15 and counting to go in the third quarter. 40-8, Oberlin in front. Mitchell Wasson runs the play in for the Red Devils as they break the huddle. Gehring out of the shotgun, ball placed kind of towards the right side hash, but still in the middle of the field. Man on his hip to the right is Pattengall. Sends Sowers in motion right to left across the line. Takes a snap, hands it off. Pattengall at the 30 to the 35. Lowers his shoulder, trucks the defender, gets out across the first down marker. That will be a first down as he takes it from the 30 to about the 37-yard line for the first down. Pick up it with 8:49 to go in the third quarter of play. It'll be first down and 10 for the Red Devils from the 37. Gain of 7 there from Josiah. 18 carries for the running back. 237 yards. 8:33 to go in the third quarter of play. Oberlin with the football. First down and 10 from their own 37. Gearing out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip. Sowers behind him. One receiver to the near side. Takes a snap. Hands it off Sowers. Right side. Juicy defender at the 40. Still on his feet to the 35. To the 30. Still going. Down the near sideline to the 25-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds on the near side by Richards, and it'll force another first down for the Red Devils and put it deep into the Railer territory. So 37 to the 25. It'll be an 18-yard gain there for Caden Sowers, who again, just a great compliment to Josiah. Just comes in and gets a big chunk there. Two receivers to the far side of the field now for Brady. He's out of the shotgun. Got Josiah Pattengall on his left hip. In the slot to the far side of the field is Sowers. Takes a snap, dropping back, throws it out. Screen pass out to Gage Willoughby. He drops the football, trying to reverse his field. They say it is a forward pass. It'll be incomplete. Rare drop there for Gage. And it ends Brady's perfect night. But he's still got a good night going, that is for sure. 8:11 to go in the third quarter, 40-8. Oberlin with the drive. And the football here, this drive started all the way back at the 5-yard line after they sent the Ellis Railers offense back to the sideline with a turnover on downs. Gehring out of the pistol here as he's got Pattengall directly behind him. One receiver to the far side takes the snap looking, pitches out to Joe. Joe at the 30 to the 25 to the 20. Still on its feet. He'll be wrapped up and pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field at the 15-yard line. Pickup of 10 for Josiah Pattengall. Move the chains again, and Oberlin has got it in the red area. So 10-yard gain for Josiah Pattengall. Now Oberlin works from the far side hash, driving towards the east with 7:55 to go. They say the ball actually spotted at the 14-yard line. So 11-yard gainer there for Josiah. So Oberlin has it first down and 10 from the Railer 14. Out of the shotgun is Gehring. He's got Pattengall on his left hip. Two receivers to the far side. In the slot to the far side is Sowers, who comes in motion right to left. It's a jet sweep pitch pass to him. He tries to juke inside now, tries to take it back outside, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pushed back for about a yard. That is a forward pass technically because it was a pitch instead of a handoff, and so that'll make second down at 11 after the loss of 1. So that'll bring up second down and about 1. Second down, and they say 10, but it is technically a loss of about a yard there. Pistol formation again. Out of the shotgun, Gehring takes the snap, hands it off. Pattengall up the middle, and he hard charges into the secondary. Lowering his shoulders, he stopped there by 3 different Railers, being wrapped up and brought down at the 10. It was a quick run for Joe right up the middle, but forces third down here. 40-8 lead for Oberlin. Third down and 6 after a 4-yard gain. So 4-yard gain there for Josiah. Out of the shotgun again is Brady. Oh, work out of the pistol again, excuse me, as he's got Pattengall directly behind him. One receiver to the far side is Willoughby. Gehring takes a snap, rolling out to his right, looking, throws the ball over the middle. The pass is caught in the middle of the back of the end zone for a touchdown from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. Third TD pass of the day. And Oberlin leads 46-8 with 6:11 to go. This strike from 10 yards out. So 10-yard TD pass from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. Now has 130 yards receiving on 3 catches and 3 touchdowns. Out of the shotgun, Gehring here for this 2-point conversion. Man on its hip to his left is Pattengall. Gehring takes the snap, hands it off. Josiah right side, waving his way between the tackles, and it'll be wrapped up and brought down short of the two-point conversion. But it will be 46-8, Oberlin in front with 6:11 to go in the third quarter of play. This is Red Devil football.
How do you choose the right financial partner? At United Northwest Federal Credit Union, they've been serving the communities of Norton, Decatur, and Rollins counties for 75 years, offering top quality services and products. From loans to the Easy Saver account and online banking, they're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Experience the trust and reliability of a community-focused credit union. Visit unwfcu.org to join today. United Northwest Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner, NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Red Devils in front 46-8 with 6:11 to go in the third quarter of play. And the Red Devils getting a 10-yard touchdown pass from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby. Third touchdown pass of the day for Brady. All three going to Gage, who has 130 yards receiving. And Brady on the day throwing the football is now 5 of 6 for 135 yards. So good day for Brady, good day for Gage, good day for Josiah, good day for the Red Devil offense. 6:11 to go, 46-8. This kick will be an end-over-end boot that'll be taken by the Railers inside the 5. They do reverse it this time, coming up the near side, and being pushed out of bounds is Carson Schartz. They faked it to him the first time, and the Railers took it for a big return early in the contest. That time, they do the reverse, and that time the Red Devils were on top of it, and so Ellis, with some of their worst starting field position of the game, as they have first down and 10 from the 18-yard line of their own, as Bourne goes out of the shotgun, got a man on his right hip, one receiver to the far, one to the near, heavy set line towards the right. Red Devils with 5 in the box, takes the snap, dropping it back to pass, looking, throws it out in the flat, pass caught at the 25, juking a defender on the far side there is Trenton Schartz with a long gain of about 9 to force second down and short here for the Railers, working on the far side hash with a 5:50 to go in the third quarter, 46-8, Oberlin in front. So the Railers got the ball inside the 10, had first and goal, and then went 3 and out from there. Just an 8-yard pickup, they say. So it'll be second down and 2. Out of the shotgun is Bourne, 2 to the near, 1 to the far, man on his hip. Bourne dropping back to pass, flushed out, looking, throws it, and it'll be incomplete as he was looking for a man over the middle of the field at about the 30. It'll bring up third down and 2. So 3rd and 2, Red Devils trying to get Ellis off the field, going 3 and out for the first time this game. I think Ellis has been able to pick up first downs on every single drive. There was one drive in there, now that I think about it, that they did have to punt it away. But still, Ellis has been doing a good job, especially on third downs, converting. Bourne out of the shotgun here, empty backfield, 3 down, linemen, 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Takes a snap, dropping it back to pass, wants to set up a screen. Is not going to be able to. Wrapping him up and almost bringing him down is Josiah Patton-Cole. Now he just heaves the football and is able to get it off before Josiah had him all wrapped up and all the way back at the 10. Man, Bourne lucky he was able to get that football out of his hands and able to find it to a intended target, because it almost didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It would have been a loss of down, so it would have forced 4th down anyway. But still, my goodness, that one would have been huge. So 4th and 2 now for the Railers from their own 27. They surprised Oberlin once like this earlier, and they're going to do it again, but Oberlin was ready for it this time as Bourne goes out of the shotgun. Man on his hip to the right, 1 receiver to the near, 1 to the far. He's got 4 down linemen this time. Takes the snap. Bourne drops back, looking, throws it out quickly, wrapped up and brought down right of the sticks. No, across the sticks with forward progress. And that was Schartz on the quick out. He needed 2 and picked up 3 for the first down, and so that moves the chains. Trenton Schartz, the former quarterback, 6 receptions for 88 yards in this contest now. 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Oberlin 46, Ellis 8. Out of the shotgun is Bourne. One receiver either way. Man on his hip to the right. Takes the snap, dropping it back to pass. Pump fakes, rolling out towards the far side of the field. Being trussed by Theo Butterfield. Throws it up for grabs down the far sideline. And a flag comes in. As Brady Gehring was trying to make his way back towards the football and come away, and they're going to call pass interference on Ellis. So it was a little bit of a gasp from the Red Devil faithful, and I think the Red Devil sideline thinking it was a pass interference on them. Instead, it's called on the Railers, and so that'll move them back 15 yards, all the way back to the 15-yard line with a 4:42 to go here in the third quarter. Theo Butterfield almost had himself another sack, as that would have been his 7th sack of the season, and Bourne just barely got the ball out before Theo crammed him down. And it'll be 1st down and 10 now for the Railers, all the way back at the 15-yard line after the PI call, offensive PI. Trips receivers to the near side, nobody to the far, 4-down lineman. Shin Schartz in a motion right to left across the line, and is there movement? There is on Ellis. Move him back 5 more yards. And that'll make it 1st and 30 now for the Railers from the 10-yard line. They have got to get all the way out to the 40 for a 1st down. So 5th penalty for 40 yards on the Railers now. 4:42 to go in the third quarter of play, 46-8. And I forgot to mention, Brady almost had himself an interception, along with Theo almost having him a sack on that PI call. Here's Bourne out of the shotgun, takes a snap 2 either way, dropping it back, rolling out to the near side. He lobs up a ball, and Brady chasing after it as the intended target was on the far side, Carson Schartz. They're out across the 30. The ball was about 5 yards short of him, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd down and 30 now for the Railers. 12 of 22 now is Baylor Bourne throwing the football. Has thrown a touchdown pass today, 132 yards. Red Devils have done a good job kind of keeping them under wraps in the second half, though. 2nd and 30 for the Railers. Pistol set this time for Bourne out of the shotgun. Carson Schartz directly behind him, one either way. Takes a snap looking, throws it out quickly into the flat, and the pass just led his man a little bit too far as it drops in and out of the hands of Richards on the near side. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and 30 now. So definite passing situation here. You wonder if they might just try to run it right up the gut and see if you can get about half back and make it a little bit easier. That's what you're looking for here. Get half, make 4th and 15. Bourne goes out of an empty backfield, so they're not going to try to run it. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 3 down linemen. Red Devils just sending 2. Dropping back is Bourne all the way to the goal line. He'll heave a ball down the near sideline. Gage Willoughby camping underneath it. He'll pick it off at the 38-yard line. Gage Willoughby camping underneath that football like a center fielder on the baseball diamond, and he comes up with it here, going one-on-one with Richards, and Oberlin forces their 3rd turnover of the contest, and they pick off Baylor Bourne. So on 3rd and 30, that was big there for the Red Devils. Oberlin comes up with interception number 10 on the year. That is Gage Willoughby's 5th interception as well. We got a timeout on the field, 4:26 to go in the third quarter, 46-8. Oberlin in front here on KFNF.
Are you ready to level up your career? Hi, I'm Miranda Ashmore with Western Plains Energy in Oakley, Kansas, and we're hiring. If you're motivated, reliable, and ready to grow, we've got openings in our maintenance, operations, and materials departments. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we offer great pay, solid benefits, and a team that truly values you. Swing by our office or check us out at WPELLC.com to learn more. That's Western Plains Energy, where your future begins.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
46-8 here in the third quarter of play, 4:26 to go. all Oberlin, and they take over after the Gage Willoughby interception. It'll be a Wildcat formation here. Pattengall takes a snap, student body to the right. He cuts back at the 40, still on his feet, 35. Got some open space there as he makes his way near the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down right at the 30. So a pickup of 12 with the Wildcat formation there for Josiah Pattengall. And if you remember, Josiah, first couple of years he was here, was a quarterback for the Red Devils. Last couple of years he's just been doing the running back duties, but he does play quarterback there, picks up quite a few yards, and it makes first down and 10 for the Red Devils from the 31-yard line. So just a pickup of 11, but still great pickup right there. First down and 10 for the Red Devils on the far side hash from the 31. Brady back in at quarterback this time out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his right hip. One receiver to the far side is Willoughby. Sends Sowers in motion right to left across the line. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Brady dropping it back to pass. Looking, launches a ball down the near side hash. Caught by Sowers at the 10 to the 5. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. A 31-yard strike from Gehring to Sowers this time. And Oberlin leads 52-8. So a 2-point conversion will win it for the Red Devils as they lead 52-8. Brady Gehring throws touchdown pass number 4 of the day. Caden Sowers gets his 4th receiving touchdown of the season. 3:43 left in the third. 2-point conversion for the win for the Red Devils. Heavy set package. Theo takes the snap, runs it off right side, lowers his shoulders, and he's in! And it's a Red Devil winner for the first time since 1977. The Red Devils have won a playoff game and are going to Coldwater next week with a ton of momentum as they take down the Railers 54-8. What a win for Oberlin and the Red Devils as they dominate here tonight in a game that had it all. Defensive plays, offensive plays, big plays either way, and Oberlin gets the win 54-8 over the Ellis Railers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you your final numbers, wrap things up. Oberlin has won a playoff game for the first time since 1977, 54-8 over the Ellis Railers. This is Red Devil football.
To bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A+ services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors that get the job done right, or the Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your Colby Ag Center for a demo today. Colby Ag Center, your local Cub Cadet dealer at 305 East Horton.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey, Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
Call Matt Osmeyer at 785-475-2471. Your local dealer for Rollins, Decatur, and Norton counties.
Ever wonder why some people have a spring in their step? It's simple. Fuel. Quality fuel from Decatur Co-op. Without the right fuel, your day can feel like a drag. But with Decatur Co-op's premium Fieldmaster diesel or unleaded fuel delivered straight to you, those days of sluggish starts are over. Serving Northwest Kansas and Southwest Nebraska, they keep you moving. Check out their bulk fuel delivery today. Premium fuel and service you deserve at Decatur Co-op with a location near you.
Decatur County Beef in Oberlin, Kansas wants to do business with the local farmers. They need high moisture corn, silage, and hay now, and dry corn now through October. Decatur County Beef offers very competitive prices, always looking for good help. Give Decatur County Beef a call. You'll be glad you did. That's Decatur County Beef, just north of Oberlin on Highway 83.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Another historic night here at Smick Memorial Field. It's the Red Devils getting their first playoff win in 48 years. Yes, 1977, the last time the Red Devils won a playoff game, and they win tonight, dominating over the Ellis Railers by a final score of 54-8, and it was all Oberlin from the get-go. That is for sure. As let's take you through our scoring summary here from tonight's game. Oberlin got things going in the first quarter of play with 7:54 to go when Josiah Pattengall would run in a 35-yard touchdown run. Oberlin would take a 6-0 lead. Then with 6:13 to go in the first quarter of play, Caden Sowers would return a 66-yard fumble for a touchdown. The two-point conversion run would be good, and Oberlin would take a 14-0 lead. Then with 11:05 to go in the second quarter, Brady Gehring would hit Gage Willoughby for a 60-yard touchdown pass. The two-point conversion run would be no good, and Oberlin would lead 20-0. Then with 6:40 to go in the second quarter of play, Josiah Pattengall would run a 99-yard touchdown run back to the house. Two-point conversion run this time would be good, and from Caden Sowers, and it would be Oberlin 28, Ellis 0. Then Josiah Pattengall with 44.5 seconds to go in the first half would take it in from 5 yards out. Two-point conversion run no good, but Oberlin would lead 34-0. Then Ellis would get their first and only score of the game with 32 seconds to go in the second quarter on a Baylor born to Owen Richards 13-yard touchdown pass. The two-point conversion pass from Bourne to Byers would be good, and it would be 35-8. Then with 16.3 seconds to go in the second quarter, Brady Gehring would hit Gage Willoughby for a 60-yard touchdown pass. The two-point conversion run would be no good, and Oberlin would lead 40-8 over Ellis. And Oberlin would finally cap off the win with 6:11 to go in the third quarter. It would add on to their lead, I should say, with 6:11 to go in the third quarter on a 10-yard pass from Brady Gehring to Gage Willoughby to make it 46-8. And then with just 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, Brady Gehring again would throw another touchdown pass, this time going to Caden Sowers from 31 yards out. The two-point conversion run by Theo Butterfield would be good, and Oberlin would cap off the win with a 54-8 thrashing of the Railers. So Oberlin with the win now moves on into the regional round of the playoffs, where they'll be making the long trip down south to take on South Central coming up on Friday. For tonight, though, it's going to be a party in Oberlin, that is for sure. First win for the Red Devils, playoff win for the Red Devils since 1977. Take a break, come back, give you your final numbers. Oberlin winner, a final score 54-8.
At Decatur Health Radiology, the 3D mammography truck brings breast imaging directly into our community. This mobile service provides screening mammograms that may help detect early breast changes. Imaging results are reviewed by board-certified radiologists and shared with providers as part of patient care. By hosting the mobile unit, Decatur Health supports local access to important breast health screenings. Learn more about upcoming 3D mammography truck visits at decaturhealth.org.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So another history checklist of things added for the Red Devils here today as they get their first playoff win since 1977, taking down the Ellis Railers by a final score of 54-8, sending the Railers home, eliminating them from the playoffs. Oberlin lives to fight another week. They'll be making a long trip down south to Coldwater coming up next week to meet up with the South Central Timberwolves. But like I mentioned, Oberlin and the town going to be celebrating this one tonight. That is for sure with a 54-8 win over the Ellis Railers. Let's give you your final numbers here tonight. We'll start with the Ellis Railers. Carson Schartz finishes with 8 carries for 9 yards. Trenton Schartz with 8 carries for 49 yards. Baylor Bourne with 9 carries for 7 yards. 1 carry for 4 yards tonight from Ben Byers. Baylor Bourne passing on the night, 12 of 24 for 132 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Trenton Schartz 0 for 1 for no yards tonight. Ben Byers 2 receptions for 28 yards. Owen Richards with 2 receptions for 9 yards. Carson Schartz 1 reception for -1 yard. Trenton Schartz with 6 receptions for 88 yards, and Aiden Ashbrenner 1 reception for 8 yards. Oberlin individually, what a night for Josiah Pattengall. 21 carries, 263 yards. Caden Sowers, 3 carries for 47. Brady Gehring, 6 of 7 for 166. And on the night as well, Gage Willoughby, 3 receptions for a total of 130. Caden Sowers, 3 receptions for 36. Team-wise tonight, Oberlin 310 on the ground, 166 through the air for a total of 476 yards. Ellis tonight, 69 on the ground, 132 through the air for a total of 201. 5 penalties for Ellis for 40 yards. Oberlin 4 penalties for 45 yards. Those are your individual numbers. Oberlin with a 54-8 win. First playoff win since 1977. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up here from Oberlin.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough. And when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin. 785-475-3883.
Transforming your kitchen is a big step. Where do you start? Step into the beautiful showroom at Kitchen Solvers on East B Street in McCook, and they will expertly guide you toward the cabinets, countertops, tile, and flooring that are a reflection of you. Full kitchen remodel or simple upgrade, they can help. Just need material? They'll get it ordered. Need help with install? They can do it. Reach out to Kitchen Solvers and they can get you back into a working kitchen in 5 days. Kitchen Solvers, find what inspires you.
They say defense wins championships, and in business, it's no different. With cyber threats and data interceptions, you need a solid tech lineup that defends your business every day. At NextTech, we provide technology solutions that keep your operations locked down. Call NextTech, your business technology defense, at 800-588-6649 or visit next-tech.com/cybersecure. NextTech, local, trusted, reliable.
Whether it's plants, animals, or us humans, we are all affected by what we eat, and it starts in our soil. Nutrient Ag Solutions has worked hard to find solutions for causes, not just symptoms, that strengthen soil, plant, and animal health, therefore increasing the efficiency and profitability on your farm. Nutrien will work to create a balanced approach for your soil, in turn boosting productivity in your crops. Healthier plants carry enhanced nutritional value for your crops and livestock. Call Nutrien Ag Solutions today to get started.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Oberlin, wrapping things up here tonight as the Red Devils dominate the Ellis Railers for a playoff win, 54-8. And we're joined alongside with head coach Blake Gehring. Boy, coach, what a night. A game that kind of had it all. It felt like, you guys only had the ball for about 2 seconds in the first quarter, but you end up pulling out a lead there and end up winning 54-8. I guess what were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Offensively, I thought we had a good night. Defensively, I thought they moved the ball a little more than what we wanted to. They kind of bailed us out with some turnovers, but all stuff we can go back and clean up on film, because playoff football is just about surviving in advance. Yeah,
you mentioned those turnovers, and I was kind of talking about it too. It's like, man, Ellis has been moving the ball, but they've shot themselves in the foot. But give a credit to your defense, hopping on a couple of fumbles, getting an interception. I mean, that's what you want from them. They also had another defensive score tonight. So, after a tough week last week, I know they were hurting a little bit, but they came out, and I know you would have liked to have them be a little bit better in some aspects, but we're able to get some turnovers, which is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you can win the turnover battle in football, that's everybody knows that. That's a good sign to win the game. They like we said, they turned the ball over, and credit to our defense for bending and not breaking there. So it was good to see us make some plays for sure.
And boy, what a night from Josiah. Gets a 99-yard touchdown run, but even you take that away, I think he still got like 137 yards. Had another great night. And that was kind of the Joe we're used to being, 5 yards every single carry, getting big yard runs, and he had a good night, didn't he?
Yeah, for sure. If we can get Joe matched up on DBs in the run game, that's what we're looking to do, and that starts with the guys up front. Last week against South City, we just had too many free runners in the backfield, and I thought the offensive line played really well.
And, big night for Brady and for Gage as well. Boy, a couple of 60-yard strikes. I mean, I'm sure you'd like to have that, one play. All right, we'll get a 60-yard score. But, man, those two, they're quite the duo, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And, we missed that last week. And, there's no excuses but the weather. Just with the weather, it kind of took Gage's big playability away from us. And, like you saw tonight, we definitely need that. And we can use it. Those one-play drives, it's like, yeah, we turn around, like, okay, that'll work, So, especially right before half.
Yes.
And I got to give credit to Gage, because Gage really the one that's like, hey, let's run this. I'm like, okay, let's give it a try. And then next thing you know, he's in the end zone. So.
Yeah, hey, just keep listening to him, I think is what he's going to say now.
Yeah, exactly.
But, man, what a big win. First playoff win for Oberlin, according to my calculations, since 1977. I mean, how does that feel?
Man, that's crazy. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's a credit to our guys. It's not easy to get your tail kicked like we did last week and then come out and respond. And, I was really happy to see that. We talked about it all week, and, we just got to continue to do that. And, we tell our guys, like, I don't care who the opponent is. We play to our standard. And in playoff football, it's about doing that and seeing what happens. Give yourself a chance.
And I don't know if you heard yet, but South Central did win. So it looks like a trip to Coldwater next week. That's a good football team down there. I mean, they've been deep into the playoffs, but your guys are going to be ready to give them a fight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, we wanted to give ourselves an opportunity, and let's see what happens. I haven't seen anything on them. I know they made a nice run last year, so I haven't seen the film yet. Obviously, we were just preparing for Ellis, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll give them a shot for sure.
Well, Coach, thanks for being able to stop by. We appreciate it. Congrats on the win, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, man.
Once again, head coach Blake Gehring after the Red Devils get the win here tonight by a final score of 54-8. Take one more final break and wrap things up here from Smick Memorial Field.
Oh, it's here. Football season. Ray's Grocery of Oberlin is excited too. Ray's Grocery knows you like football, but also everything that comes with it. Oh yeah, tailgating. Come into Ray's and get set up with all your supplies for a festive tailgate party. Delicious hamburgers, juicy steaks, all the produce you can handle, favorite drinks. It's all ready for you at Ray's Grocery. So get your tailgate on now. Shop stress-free with quality this football season at Ray's Grocery, downtown Oberlin.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just...
Hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank...
Hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Red Devil playoff win tonight. First time since 1977, 48 years for the Red Devils. But this one, they're going to party it up tonight. That is for sure. Maybe not tonight. We still got a school day coming up tomorrow, but or I guess no school. So yeah, party it up tonight. Party it up tonight here at Oberlin. Paint the town red. That is for sure. Red Devils win in the playoffs for the first time in 48 years. And now they're taking their talents on the road. It'll be a long trip down south coming up next Friday night as the Red Devils will battle it out with South Central. Like Blake said, they've had some deep runs, and they have had. Made it to the semifinals last year before that. We're in the state runner-up game in 8-man Division II, so they are going to be a stout team. But the way the Red Devils played tonight, big playability, ran the football very well. If they can do that again, man, they will hang with the Timberwolves coming up next week. We will have all the coverage, no game time on that yet. I'd assume it'd be a little bit earlier, maybe a 5, 6 o'clock game, but you never know. Could be 7 o'clock as well. But we will have all the coverage, whatever time it is, right here on KFNF as well as on our KFNF YouTube channel. Red Devils, playoff winners for the first time since 1977. Don't forget, keep track on your phone tomorrow. Trevor Witt of the Oberlin Red Devils is going to be competing at state cross country in Wamego, so we'll kind of keep you updated on our Facebook, or on Saturday, I should say. He's going to be competing down there. Boy, a Thursday night game just throws me off a little bit, but he will be competing on Saturday, so we'll kind of keep an eye on him there on Saturday. But if you're going to be rooting all the way here from Oberlin, please do. Trevor could use it. Finished 10th at regional, so got a pretty good seed going there into the state cross-country meet. All right, that'll wrap things up here tonight from Oberlin. The Red Devils get their first playoff win since 1977 and advance on to the playoffs to take on the South Central Timberwolves. And like I said, we'll have all the action, whatever time it is, coming up next week right here on KFNF. I'm Sam Knoll, signing off saying so long and good night.
The following has been a presentation of Oberlin Red Devil Athletics on 101.1 KFNF, today's best country. To listen back and watch tonight's game, visit our website and click on the Sports tab. Then, KFNF live video streams. For an upcoming broadcast schedule, visit our website, highplainsradio.net, and click on the Media tab. Then, Sports Broadcast Schedule.